What's good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one wants to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I want to break down some very important levels to be watching for in the market as we open this morning, and what's going on with the news affecting the markets for today. But before I break anything down about all this information, before I talk about what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you're guaranteed up to 5 free stocks. This offer ends in just about 11 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with the market so far. So I just wanted to mention that right now we're seeing an attempt to bounce by SPY. We're actually up about 0.37% for now. We're going to be watching this 423.89 levels as resistance. That's going to be very close to where our 200 EMA just so happens to be. Now, as the market breaks up, I just wanted to call out that we had this channel that I was talking about yesterday on SPY. I'm going to break down some very important resistance about it in just a couple of minutes. But I first want to talk about what's going on right over here. So looking at some data, you could see that when we look at the markets once again, they're going through a lot. The three major indices fell more than 1% on Tuesday, and the market started off very, very weak yesterday. Now today it's making an attempt to rebound, but there are no guarantees it's going to last for long. So I just wanted to warn you guys about that. Now, looking at what else happened, there is some new news coming out from the House as Kevin McCarthy has been booted. That's some big news, and we will see who replaces him very, very soon. There's also this news coming out that Intel is looking to spin off its programmable chip business with an initial public offering sometime in the next 3 years. That is big news for them. That could be very bullish for them. Additionally, the UAW strikes, they're not really hitting General Motors sales just yet, but this is still continuing, so it's not necessarily something we should just rule out. It's still affecting them as time goes on. And finally, there's this news coming out right here that mortgage demand is the lowest since 1966. We're continuing to see this as rates are shooting higher and the 10-year treasury yields are continuing to go up. Now, when it comes to economic data affecting the market for today, there isn't really anything that's like that crazy, that significant, but I just wanted to mention that 15 minutes after the market opens, we have the S&P Global Composite PMI coming out. And then 30 minutes after opening, we have the ISM Services PMI also coming out. So all this PMI data, 15 minutes and 30 minutes after the market opens, which could cause some high volatility. So make sure you're prepared for that for the first 15 and 30 minutes. The PMI reports give us a gauge of how these particular sectors are doing. Then on top of this, I just wanted to mention that we have two Fed speakers at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time. We have Schmidt from the Fed giving a speech. We also have Bowman giving a speech at 11:25 a.m. Now, with that said, I just want to talk about the charts now. Let's talk about how things are looking. So when we look at SPY, I just wanted to mention that when we zoom out, right, we still have this head and shoulders, which is telling us that the overall trend is still more bearish. But because we dropped so hard yesterday, the market is making attempts to rebound. Now, we have this historical green trend line of support. I called this out yesterday. So it looks like we could see a confluence of resistance if we do make an attempt to bounce up here. We could see it come very close to this 424 area, 424.5, and that's where it's going to have some tight resistance. And it could easily reject very close to that area and start slowing down. So you're going to be watching for a rebound towards 424.5. Could go a tiny bit higher because sometimes we get wicks like a little bit above it before it comes back down. I believe that it's going to make an attempt to rebound. It's not going to break out insanely hard. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's just going to be a small breakout. It's going to attempt to hit this resistance and then just continue to sell off as time goes on. I find that as the most probable move. So watch for a little rebound very close to 425, particularly like 424.5 specifically. So watch that carefully and we'll see how it reacts to resistance. For Tesla, I was predicting that this thing would gap up and make an attempt to rebound, but we're about to test this resistance. So this is the resistance from right here. You guys can see this. This is the resistance that's slowing Tesla down. So we could see Tesla try to get above this temporarily. So we could even see like 250 if we continue to hold 248.5. But we have to watch if Tesla could hold this or not, because it could always reject and start going right back down towards the mid 240s. So watch for a potential rejection soon. It's going to make an attempt to get very close to 250. We'll see if Tesla fails or not. So watch that very, very carefully. Watch for the attempt and see if it fails and rejects right there. For Nvidia, it's basically the same thing. For Nvidia, I do see downside coming in the future, but for now, it's trying to rebound. We were talking about a back test of this 440 area, so like right here, 440. We're going to be watching to see if that could end up holding out. I just want to space these out just a little bit more. But I think 440 to 442 should be retested on Nvidia, and then we're going to be watching to see how it reacts. If we could get above 442, then 444 could be on the table, but I'm not really counting on that as of right now. Going to be watching how it reacts to resistance, if it rejects or not, because it could try to pump for the first couple of hours, then start selling off for the last half of the day. So be very careful and just know that that's a real possibility. And then on the QQQ, I just wanted to mention that the QQQ, once again, is making an attempt to rebound. We were talking about this rebound like this. I want to redraw this just a little bit. We have this 358 resistance, which is actually coming next since we broke 356. But in the future, I want to space this out just a little bit more. We could see another rejection as time goes on. So do not turn too bullish just because we're attempting to rebound. This is just like what's known as a dead cat bounce. And we're going to be watching later on, do we hold 353 in the future if we end up rebounding like that? But what I was saying is we're going to see an attempted rebound just to start us off, but it may not last. I wouldn't turn too bullish just yet. It's just a dead cat bounce like rebound, and we're going to see where the QQQ ends up projecting. So anyways, I just wanted to call out these levels. SPY is trying to break out, so don't forget to watch it get very close to 425. And then QQQ could get very close to 358 if we keep breaking out like this, but it may be establishing a lower high, so no guarantees it keeps going. And finally, for the VIX, I just wanted to mention that the VIX formed a bearish divergence and it should cool off a little bit for now. Just a tiny bit of a cool off as the market tries to rebound, but there's no guarantee it continues like this because the VIX can always bounce off this support right over here. Previous resistance becoming support around 18.75 to about 19. So we're not that far from support on the VIX. The dollar also came down quite a bit, but it's trying to form a bullish divergence. So the dollar dropping is what helped the market rebound a bit, but the dollar is going to bounce soon, okay? The dollar is going to make its way back up soon, maybe over the next couple of hours. And then that's going to be causing the market to slow down again. So the market's going to attempt to bounce, may not last too long, and then later on there's going to be more downside in my opinion. Could we bounce for the time being? Yes, we can. We can see SPY continue to push up, yes. But be prepared, guys. This may not last for very long. All right. So hopefully this video was helpful for everyone. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a very, very great day and watch your resistance levels very, very carefully. Do what you have to do. I'll see you all very, very soon in the next video. I do apologize if I'm talking very quietly. I am recording this at like 5 in the morning, so I'm not trying to wake up the neighbor's dogs or anything like that. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you, and peace out.